So I want to make a quick video on how to do body measurements, specifically using the tape measuring, using one of these. Okay, so if you already have one at home and it's, maybe not as fancy, that's okay. Doesn't matter. As long as it's got a little bit of give to it, you can go out, you can measure things. That's all that matters. I was able to get like 2 or 3 of these on Amazon for like $8. So they're pretty cheap. You can use them wherever. Okay. So the areas that we need to be focusing on, we are going to measure the chest. Okay, around the chest. We're going to measure arms, so like biceps. We're going to measure waist. We're going to measure hips, around the hips. And then we're also going to measure thighs, so quads. Right? So I'm just going to use this one. This one's nice and easy. You see here. Yeah, because when I pull it around, I can basically just plop it in like so. It has a little slot that it fits in. And then I can just read it right off of there. So, for the first one that I would do, even though Trainerize has all those different sections, we only need, for the most part, 4. We need chest, waist, arm, 5, hips, and then thighs. So if we start with chest, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, make it real long, okay? Bring it all the way around my body. And then the easy way, if you have this same kind of one, is just put it in that same little slot that I showed you before. You're going to raise the tape up right about to chest height. Then you're going to tighten, right, until it's at the thickest part of the chest. So for me, that's right about here. That's the biggest part of my chest, right there. It's literally the largest part of the bust for women. It's the largest part of the bust all the way around until I can see. So then what I'll do is I have it right there. I'll bring this out in front. It's already locked in place and I can see it is at 46 inches. So there. I took my chest measurement, I put it into the app. Good. Same goes for bicep, right? I just use it for chest. It's a pretty big section. What I'm going to do, put my arm in here, tighten it around the largest portion of my arm, which is right about there. You just want it relaxed. We don't need to have it be big. Boom, right about there. Perfect. Then I take this out. I can see from here, it's about 15 inches right there. Okay, so arm is done. Take that out, confirm. Yep, 15 inches. Then we move to waist. So everyone gets confused on the waist. It's not that difficult. What we're going to do, I would suggest when you're at home, do this with no shirt on, right? Same goes with your measurements for glutes and everything. You can do that with, your underwear, some shorts, whatever. Obviously for the video, we're going to keep it PG out here. But I'm going to bring this all the way around my waist. Okay, far as I can. And you want, when you're doing this, you want this to go around the narrowest part of your waist. So I'll point to belly button, and then what I'll do is I'll find it's kind of somewhere, it's almost like that hourglass shape, right? You're sitting here going, okay, like where is it? Where is it? That's probably for me right about my narrowest portion, right about there. Right, and I'll stay there. Now you don't want to suck in. You're not going to sit here and go, right, tighten it, tighten it. And then you go, right, and relax, and all of a sudden it completely spills out. Just breathe normally. Right, done it, boom. Take it, measure it, boom, right on there. So you've done waist now. Now you move to your hips. So for the hips, you do almost the same thing, right? Nothing different. Come all the way around. You want this around the largest part of the hips. So you want it to be where it's around the biggest part of your butt. From here, I'm scooting this thing down a little bit. That's what happens when you do all those Bulgarian split squats. Okay? So That's about it right there for me. Right there. Okay? That's the largest part. Now, I can measure that. Right, sitting at 44. Woo! Bulgarians. Then, last one we do, bring it around. Now you can do more, right? In the app, you can do your calves, you can do forearms, you can do your neck, shoulders. There's lots you can do. But for us right now, we're going to focus on keeping it simple and not needing to go, crazy. So now, if I'm doing my legs here, back up a little bit so you can see this better. Or actually, I'm going to bring this down just a wee bit. You might be able to see. It's a little lower. Alright, so let's say I got this here. Most people, or a lot of people would say, oh, you need to measure a certain distance from your kneecap up to the top of your hip on your ASIS. But for now, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it at the largest part of the leg. So for me, when I stand here, right about here, this is the largest part of my leg and my thigh. So once I've got it in position, got that there, I can pull it down. I can see what my number is, boom, and then I'm able to track it into the app. So when we're in this position, you can just simply, make notes on your piece of paper, or you can plug it into the app as you go along, and then plug that in every 4 weeks, and we should be good.